give you a warm welcome. And that's just the way we do things here. This net is just get to know people and have people get to know us and make friends. And so we consider you in a good category here. And if you come back tomorrow night, I got something special for you. Okay, don't worry about the audio. We'll compensate because it's going to be hard for you to do if you don't have good vision. And don't worry about it at all. Do we have any other check-ins? So people want to say anything, come on in now. Let me know, and I'll put you on the list and get you right in here. Oh man, you're too loud now. You broke my speaker. Yeah, I said you're too loud now. You broke my speaker. I had it all set up for high-pitched audio because I was listening to Cal there. No, you're coming in great. You're about 15 dB over S9 now. All right. Did you have anything you wanted to say, or you want me to pick you up, or what? Just to let you know, I looked at everything that was there. I plugged it in, I copied it. I didn't even, because I want everything to be capital and space. I copied it, pasted it, and I did that a couple of times. And my wife and I did that a couple of times. And they come up with a whole bunch of things. It's not a site, but they come up with a list of how many hits, you get, and a little bit about each one. And I looked at every one of them, and I looked for hours on that. I couldn't find one diagram that was appropriate. I could see pictures of it. I could see reports about it. I could see reviews about it, but nothing with the. And I still haven't got the. I called them up and they said they were going to send me out a copy of the manual. I still haven't gotten anything from them. So we'll see what happens. And if you look on the website, they got you go to their page, for the downloads, and they got like 40 generators there that they make. They put them 4 across, and then you go down and down and down. Not one of them is the 1600. You got the 1200, you got the 2000, the 2200, the 2300, the 3000, the 3200, so on and so forth. All the way up. This big company, they make a lot of stuff. And they also just click on this and you'll get the download, and there's none there for ours. It doesn't appear to be on the internet. But we'll wait. Now, when I called the guy and I asked him to give me a direct replacement to the spark plug because I couldn't see it, And he gave me 3 things. None of them were the right ones. They had a different type of top. So I don't think he had the real thing himself either. And the correct spark plug was an A5 RTC, and he could give me numbers with a 7 in it, and the numbers with a 7 in it had like a screw at the top, a steel screw at the top, rather than a nipple that connects onto a socket. So I don't know, they're all screwed up over there. Anyway. Good hearing you again, Rich, and thank you for helping. If you can find that thing, I don't think he's going to send me anything. If you can find that, I'd appreciate it. Okie dokie, buddy. You're sounding real good now. Were you using the same radio in the motorhome as in the house? Yeah, you got the linear on. You're coming in here. My God, I got to take my headphones off. Yeah, you're talking so loud, I look in the mirror and my eyes are crossed. Hey, let me see, K3VLS, are you around? Maybe I didn't hear him. I thought, K3VLS, Mark, where are you? He's absent today. All right, do you have any other check-ins? Come on in. Hey, Mel. Okay, I got a hey Mel and a question. Don, let me let you go first. Go ahead, because I think that's Howard. OCal? Whiskey Alpha 4, Alpha Lima Kilo, ALK. Right, he said he was 91. I'm a little bit older than you. I believe so. Yeah, that might be him, you know. Yeah, I got you. Okay, 98. All right, Howard, come on in.
Yeah, now, real quick, you know, I told you how great the weekend was, but I will say this, and I hear these men on here, these veterans, talking about, listen, look at them. They served really well. God bless them. But, yeah, you know, Memorial Day, I hate it when people say Happy Memorial Day. Okay, I know it's a good time, you know, you can barbecue, you can swim in a pool, you do all these things. But to me, it's not a very happy day, because we're respecting the people that gave their lives for us. And I have a problem with Happy Memorial Day. You're saying, I did partake in some Memorial Day, how do we call it? Hell, you know, it was Donald Trump. I watched the guy for like 2 hours or more at Arlington, and I had tears running down my eyes, man. I got goosebumps. And a lot of people don't get it, and they don't understand it, and all they want to do is party. And Monday morning was not the time to be partying.
Tell your son, tell his wife. You know, Jesse Waters does a show. Did you ever watch it?
Oh, hell yeah.
So he was out on today yesterday, Jones Beach. No, it was today. Jones Beach, New York, okay? And he was talking to these kids, you know, well, not kids, but young people. And the ladies were in really very, very, very attractive bikinis. And they knew crap about. They didn't even know what war we won. They didn't know anything. They didn't know whether it was, they didn't know it. You just asked them questions that you and I would know like in an instant. And like, there's like a complete lack of knowledge.
Well, it's not their fault, because they didn't get taught it at school, because our schools have become, you know, a situation where they program these kids to think what the schools want them to think, you know. I mean, the liberals and all that, they all know what gay people are and lesbians and all that, the whole alphabet thing, but they don't know anything about our history, and they don't have any respect for our military at all. And it's a shame, because they're butt stupid.
They are butt stupid, yes, absolutely. And they didn't know who we fought in World War II. They didn't know what the Revolutionary War was about. Could you believe that? They didn't know that. Our school system is a major failing situation, man. They got to do something. Really got to do something about that. Hey, and another topic. I don't know if Rich is listening, RBI. RBI, are you in here? No, maybe he's listening. Anyway, they got this guy named Dr. Pinsky, and he's usually a guy I like. You know who I mean?
I don't know. I know Roger Pinsky.
Well, he's a doctor, and I have him on Fox News a lot. And he went and he got a guy, another guy, and they made up a company where they're, I don't know, for $500 to $1,000, they're going to sell you medications that you can use that are prescription medications, and they're supposed to give you a booklet that you read about how to use it. And you know, there's a significant number of medications, you know, because sometimes they say you can't get in to see a doctor. But I think it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Primarily because over 50% of the population is illiterate. How are they going to know what the frick to do with those drugs? They're going to take them the wrong way. They're going to get sick. They're going to have problems, and not only that, they're going to delay getting a proper diagnosis, which could cause them their lives. So they give them antibiotics. They give them the one for what's that, not hydroxychloroquine, the other medication that's supposed to work on, supposed to be for horses, it's supposed to work on fungus infections, and it takes care of that. And they're giving them a whole bunch of things, and they're giving them a little book to read on what to do. But the population is illiterate, and people are going to buy that. And let me tell you, that's not going to come to a good situation. People are going to take too much. They're not going to be able to read. Maybe the ones that read it a little better, but they can't read, they can't write, they can't think, they don't know what to do, and they're not going to make the right choice.
Yeah, I'm seeing it advertised on some of the things that I watch, even going back, some of you might know who that is, and I can't, it's a GKC case, whatever. They actually will send you a package, a case of antibiotics and hydroxychloroquine, whatever it's called, and they'll send it to you, man. Now, it seems to me that if you overdo it with antibiotics, your body's going to start fighting against itself. I mean, you're going to have a skin problem, big time. Yes, they don't know what they're doing, and it's very scary now that you can buy these medications easily without seeing a doctor.
Well, they're charging $600 to $1,000. I don't know. They won't say what the amount is, and they're going to give you like 10 or 15 medications. I guess a couple of bandages and a book. And if you can't read the book, you only got a 5th grade education. You can't read the book, you never really learn. You're going to make mistakes, and the mistakes are going to be serious. And not only, well, you don't get skin reactions from the antibiotics, you get allergies to it. But the main point being is if you take the antibiotics and you don't need them, you're subjecting yourself to something that you could be allergic to. And you also could be causing the good bacteria in your gut to die, and then you could get a Clostridia infection, and you could be really pretty goddamn sick from that, and have a lot of other things, you know. I think this is absolutely wrong. And man, I thought he was a good guy, but it looks like everybody is swayed by the book.
Yeah, it is scary, and it's sad. I don't know. Man, I'm a prepper, you know how I am. It's like, but no, I'm not going to prescribe things to myself if you don't know what you're doing. You better know what the hell you're doing, and I'm not a doctor. So, yeah, these people are going to buy these things, and they're going to find themselves in trouble. And some people might be a little paranoid and overdo it, and then they're going to have big problems.
Yeah, the one for the COVID was ivermectin. They had ivermectin in there. But the point being that, you know, people are going to get a little temperature. They're going to take the antibiotic. It's probably going to be the wrong one because, you know, they're going to give you something like tetracycline, which is going to give you severe diarrhea and maybe some digestive upset. And if it's the wrong, it's not responsive to that, you're going to be sicker. You're going to go into a high temperature and have blood infections. Have to put you in the hospital called sepsis. And you know, you could die. I think this is really disgusting. And so I don't know how they got permission to do this, but apparently they did, and I think it's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking right now, online, I'm trying to find some of these things that sell Jace case. I think it's called a Jace case. They send you a whole package of all these antibiotics and ivermectin, whatever it's called. And, yeah, man, you can just buy it online, and it's delivered to your house. It's like $300-400. But man, that ain't a good idea, man. Especially if you don't know what you're doing.
I don't know. I might buy it, but you know, I'm a physician and I know how to use the medications. And sometimes, you know, I have a, infection in my gum or something that hurts the tooth, you know, and I want to get some antibiotics that fixes it. And I can't get a prescription because I'm retired and they don't fill prescriptions for me anymore. I might get some of that, but I know how to use it, and I've been doing that for 30 years and using medications. I know when to give it and when not to give it. But for the general public, you can't even read. Now, maybe if you can read, it's a reasonable thing, because I'll tell you, look, if you do this, if you got the fever for more than 2 days after you started, go to see a doctor. But there are people that can't read, and they don't read, or they don't even want to read. You know, they're half drunk or orange drugs all the time. They don't know what the freak is going on. And to them, it's going to be worse because they're going to get picked up with serious infections, and it's going to be late, and people will die from that. And that's, to me, that's disgraceful that they let them do that.
Yeah, I do that now, and I guess it's only things. A lot of these people that can't read are probably butt stupid, and they probably don't have any money anyway to buy the stuff. Okay, so maybe that's a good thing.
None of the drug peddlers, you know, they have plenty of money. They'll buy this stuff, and they don't know how to read. So, most of them don't anyway, I believe. Well, very few of them do. And this is going to be a bad thing. This is going to cause people to die. And misdiagnoses, like maybe spinal meningitis, and they're going to get antibiotics, and really good antibiotics, intravenous right away. They got a stiff neck, and they take a muscle relaxant. You know, there's bad stuff that's going to happen with this. And, you know, you see it all the time. But it'll be more now with this situation. And, yeah, they'll find a way to get someone. They'll borrow something, or they'll burglarize the place, take the money for that, and buy this stuff. Who knows what they're going to do? But, you know, they get money from time to time. Anyway, I think it's a very, very bad thing, and I'm really discouraged about it.
Roger that, and you know, it's a thing out of the herd. I mean, what's it called? Help me out with this one. Man, my mind's going blank about the people that don't understand life, and they do stupid things, and it's, you know, it's like an animal. If you're weak, you die first.
Yeah, well, maybe that's the way nature heals itself. Stupid ones get taken because they don't know what they're doing. I don't know. Anyhow, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, we've been on a long time. Let me try to get a couple of the folks in here, Howard, if you don't mind. November Charlie 411, do we have any of the check-ins? Check-ins, come on in.
KD5RZZ.
I got
Kilo Juliet
5.
5, Mike Kelly.
I got you first. 383DC, Billabong, you're going to be second. And W4EWS, Eddie, you're going to be third. KB5RZZ, come on in, Tony.
Hey, Mel, what's going on? I heard you in here talking about all this fine stuff. Yeah, these online doctors, that blows me away. Anyhow, so how you doing this evening?
Yeah, you know, people say, well, it's expensive to go to the doctor's office. But, you know, go to the emergency room. If you don't have any money, they can't get it from you. But, you know, go and get your life taken care of. They keep it for free. They're not going to charge you out if you can't pay. Do it the right way, because you should. Anyway, Coley, we're doing all right here, buddy, and things are going all right.
A good deal, good deal. Yeah, I've just been piddling trying to get a few things done over here. I think this next 2 weeks I'm going to be a busy puppy.
A busy puppy? Wow. I got to say, you must be a wolfhound.
Pretty much. So I got one antenna I want to try to put together and get my tire laid down and go ahead and bolt it on my fold over, and I got to run some heliacs, get it done. I got to put a new junction box, put it all in, a new grounding system. And like I said, I'm going to be a little busy.
I think you got your work cut out for you there. You need a lot of tools. And I always find two people are very much more efficient than just one. In other words, you save more than half the time, you know? Because if you have something, you got to put everything down. You would almost put the screw, and you got to go inside and find the right screw or the right screwdriver and come back out and climb back up the ladder. And it's the wrong one again. You got to go back down. This way, when you have somebody there with you to do it. And wire's coming pretty handy for that stuff. Well, my wife helped me put in a timer to our outdoor light that goes into a socket. You know, it's one of those rotary things, and you get clips in it. And boy, it was hard getting that in the junction box because it was a junction box for 5 switches. And this switch was the one that I wanted to put this rotary thing that you could change, you know, and pull the stops out, turn it on, turn it off at different times so the outside lamps go on. And I'm there, and I can't see where the screw hole is because the box is big. So and I asked her to get me an ophthalmoscope. You know what an ophthalmoscope is?
Yeah.
You look in the eyes with it. I put the ophthalmoscope up to my eye. I looked in the hole where the screw goes, and then, like 2 inches away on the other side is where the junction box had its receptacle for the screw. And I was able to line it up and put it in. And the screw was almost not long enough. It was maybe 2 or 3 threads that would catch. It was almost all the way in. But I got that, and she was able to get me, I know everything is. Give me the ophthalmoscope, it's on the blah, 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 blah. She brought it back, and I looked in there. So she was very helpful.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of old-fashioned. I get a white fold-out table and put it out there on my driveway. I have a side drive that kind of no one uses. And I put a tent up, and I get my chairs, and I get out there, and I lay all my tools out and everything. Then I put my sawhorses out, and then I start.
Yeah, but there's always one tool you forgot, right?
Well, yeah, but I have this situation that I have 15 people working at my shop next door. And if I forget something, I pick up the phone and text somebody, and it shows up.
Hey, that's the way to do it. You need an assistant, that's what I'm saying. The assistant saves you more. If it takes one man 3 hours to do a job, 2 people can do it in 3/4 of an hour.
Yeah, probably so. I'm kind of old-fashioned. I like, when I do something like that, I like to lay it all out, and I like to put every screw in myself and do everything. And just kind of take my time. It may take me 2 days. It may take me 2 hours. Don't really care.
Well, I like to do that too, but I don't like to keep on walking back in and out. Oh my God, I got a Phillips number 1 here, and I need a 2 or a 3, and I got to come back in and look around. And rather than directing somebody, I need the who thought I would need an ophthalmoscope? Thank God I kept that place. A beautiful bulk, Alan, beautiful unit. Who thought I would ever need that? People don't have that, but I do. So, and I got bore scopes and all this other stuff. But I don't know what I'm going to run into sometimes when I'm doing a project. Anyway, you got it all figured out, and you're going to do fine.
Oh, I'll not figure it out, but we're going to throw rocks at it.
That's key too.
All right, man. Well, look, stay me free, my friend. You have a wonderful day, and we will chat at you tomorrow the next day. KB5 RZZ.
Always good to hear you, Coley. Thank you for coming in. AA3DP, come on in, Delavan.
Thank you very much, Paul. Thank you very much. I'm listening to you. How about my signal report today, my modulation? Can you give me report first of all?
You're about an S unit above the noise level. You're about almost 10 dB over S9. My noise level is an S8. So you're coming in okay.
What's going here? Thank you very much for report. Now I am home. I have FTDX10, and then also I buy monitors. I put the monitors up to my desk. I watch my monitor and connection with the DX10. I see my signal report, all frequency, big size, not small size. Big screen. And then I use 500 watts. Okay, 500 watts. Also, other side, I'm listening to EMR and EMR with Zoom spot. I use Zoom spot also. And then I'm listening to 703, Icon 703, like 10 watts.
You're working on Icon 703 with a linear? What linear is it?
I have linear American AL8 11H, over.
811H, yeah, that's a 4-tube unit. You're sounding very good. The audio is very clean on that. I like it.
Also, I have my tuner MN drag, MN2000, the drag is working very well. My station now is excellent, it's perfect, and now I don't need nothing. I put my antenna, roof antenna, working very, I don't have what's the name, Yagi antenna. I can use Yagi antenna. I have my roof antenna, my delta antenna is working very well. I do my best right now, and you copy me very well. Thank you very much, Mo. Maybe a lot of people wait for you. I will stand by until your net is closed. I'm very happy. I come in this frequency. I listen to you. I learn every day everything from you. Like Paul Harvey, the rest of the story. Phase 1, phase 2. Right now, back to you, microphone. Over.
I like Paul Harvey a lot. He was great. I used to listen to him. His stories were the best, man. He was a great storyteller. And after the rest of the story, yeah. Anyway, you're coming in very good. 15, maybe 17 dB over S9, and your signal has come up. You're sounding very good. Sounds like you got a beautiful station there. And it's good to hear you, Dillavan. Hey, Dillavan, I wanted to ask you a question. You used to do television set repairs in the old days. Does anybody ever call you to do a television anymore?
No, I barely hear you. I barely hear you. Propagation go down. Propagation go down. Barely I hear you right now. Over.
No, what I'm asking is, you used to do television, TV repair shop, right? TV, television repairs. Does anybody ever call you anymore to repair a television?
No more repair television, no more. Right now I'm retired. I'm 65, I'm retired. No more TV repair. Only radio repair. Over.
At least you're doing radio repair. Okay, yeah, very good. But I remember that that's what you used to do. And I'm retired also. So I was retired yesterday, and I was tired today. So I guess I'm retired. Okay, Dillavan, very good, my friend. Thanks for stopping in. W4EWS, come on in, Eddie. WD4EWS, yes, David, so you had it wrong. WD4EWS. I got it now, David. I'm having trouble. The static is gone. I'm not getting 100%. Maybe 75% of the words. Go ahead. Yeah, I got a little better on that last go around there, Dave. He's coming in okay right now, but in the beginning it was a little bit harder for me to hear you. And I got a lot of noise, you know. My noise level runs in S8. It runs in S8. Sometimes it runs in S9. And so, you know, people that are coming in at that level, they kind of get lost in the... I know I hear some words, but I get lost with a lot of the words. And I've looked around, you know, coming around with my car, and I put a mobile in there, and I looked around to see how much the noise was. And I was like, oh, 2 blocks away, the noise is much lower than if I'm over here. And I think the problem is that I have these high voltage lines that are about 100 yards away from me, maybe a little less than that. And one is a 238 kV, and it goes all the way up to the Port Everglades, you know, the port where the ships come in. And there's another one that's 130, and it goes right by my house and then makes a right turn as it goes south. As it comes in the north, and then I'm like in the corner of it. And somehow or other, I think it's picking up static, and it kind of re-radiates it toward my house. Because I don't see other people having, you know, 7 and S8 noise levels, but I got to put up with that, and I can't help it.